On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning, Kevin Durant. You should have left California.
This bronsexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised that the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no! Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
Oh, yeah! It is time. It is time. It is time. Good morning. Welcome to the wacky bronsexual Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And we are presented by BetUs.com. Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sports book, BetUs.com, is back in our 30th year of action. Live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service. We got it all. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUs.com, where the game begins. And we are also presented by Invader Coffee for the coffee lover who wants quality coffee with no BS and no filler. Invader Coffee is an ultra-premium, veteran-owned coffee company proudly delivering the best coffee your hard-earned money can buy. We aim to only serve the highest quality, organic, air-roasted coffee beans sourced from free trade farms all over the world. We keep things simple, the best coffee at an affordable price, and in order to provide you with the best value you deserve from your morning boost. 100% fair trade farms, whole ground, 100% air-roasted coffee with a 100% money-back guarantee. And if you order right now from InvaderCoffee.com, use the code Snowman, you will get a great discount on your order. And back to BetUs.com, if you use the code Snowman, you will get a, ready for this, 125% match on your initial deposit. Breaking news. Adrian Dantley played a better forward than LeBron James. That was for Hog TV. I just simply could not help it. Oh man, I am happy to say this. We are live on WIRU DB in my hometown of Chicago, and also thank you and welcome to the folks listening on WQEE 99.1 FM. Want to sponsor this show? Give a call to 919-247-3622. That's 919-247-3622. Let's go. This is the Whip Around presented by Fanatics. We start in Anaheim, California at Anaheim Stadium, where Shohei Ohtani becomes the first American League pitcher since 1963 to strike out 10 and hit 2 home runs in a game in a 4-2 victory over my beloved Chicago White Sox. Shohei Ohtani is a man, period. Running back Leonard Fournette is blessed to be okay after his car catches fire. Well, we are blessed that you are okay, sir. Derek Carr on leaving the Raiders said, quote, wait, do this right. Derek Carr on leaving the Raiders said, quote, once they made my wife cry, it was pretty much over. Close quote. Derek Carr, as a married man myself, I can't say I blame you. The NCAA sets up a confrontation with state lawmakers concerning NIL guidelines. Well, duh. Who didn't see this coming? I mean, when they when they allowed this to happen, and I'm not saying the athletes shouldn't get paid. They should. They absolutely should be making money like the NCAA is, hand over fist. I'm just saying the state lawmakers want their piece of the pie, and frankly, they don't deserve any. That's my take. Some sad news: a drowning accident has claimed the life of former Arkansas and NFL quarterback Ryan Mallett. He was pronounced dead at the young age of 35. Condolences out to his family, to his friends, and everyone who knew Ryan Mallett. Man, oh man, it's so tough to read about um, anyone who loses their life in any way. Our condolences out to his family. I hate to do this to my buddy Victor, but Aaron Rodgers said, quote, "That's everything, bro." Close quote. And apparently Aaron Rodgers' demand for precision has sharpened the Jets. I will read that again. Apparently Aaron Rodgers' precision for demand has sharpened the New York Jets.
You fool!
And before I close this shop, a selection from the Wonder Bread Choir entitled
You fool! You fool!
Hold up.
Why the f you lying? Why you always lying?
Yes, I am messing with Ryan McCoffey this morning. That's your whip around presented by Fanatics. A quick dip into the Fanatics feedback zone where Hawk TV and A Pizzle both say good morning. AB Media says what's good. And here we go with the frivolity. Ain't nothing wacky about Yo Kang. Wanna bet? Yo Kang is a national treasure, a basketball savant, and GOAT of the NBA. GOAT of the NBA.
Bitch, please.
GOAT of the NBA.
Bitch, are you for real?
You for real?
I love you, Hog TV, but don't you ever in life tell that lie again. Ever. The super producer is in the building. Tomorrow is going to be legit heat. And Snowman, let's not forget, NASCAR is in the Windy City on the streets for the first time ever. I have my thoughts about that, but I will say I would love to have been there to see it. That's one of the few times I wish I was in Chicago to see that, just to see how it turns out, and how everything, including the in the logistics, would pay off, would play out. Also, in news confirmed by TMZ Sports, Jimmy Johnson in-laws and nephew are dead in a apparent double murder suicide in Oklahoma. Oh, news on why it's still coming in. Good Lord. Every time I read a story about people dying and a double murder, double suicide, I hate that. I hate it. Hits me different. Anyone who has contemplated suicide, it hits them different too. It really does. It really does. Cole Johnson will be along in a little bit. Of course, you know this is Broad Sexual Wednesday. Um. Mm, 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 mm. And later on, what Lakers are planning to do in free agency to achieve their singular goal, and I put that in quotes, of their 18th title. Really? Really? Before I go to break, a message for the Lakers.
You know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
Once again, before I go to break, a message for you bronze sexuals and for LeBum James.
You know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
It's going to be a fight. Back in a minute.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
I don't want to grow up. I'm basically a man-child. 2005 Burning Man. I put a single Mitsubishi 170-watt panel on the roof of my F-250, and I killed the batteries within like 15 minutes of the first time turning them on. So that's when I first got into solar. I was blown away by the customer service at Battleborn.
We want them to be happy with our product, because in the long run, they're the ones who are out there using it.
When you used to buy something American, like a car, something you knew was built really well, that's what I think of with Battleborn.
Hey, y'all. Snowman here. Catch me, Cole Johnson, Wise El Jefe.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
So he claimed to have owned 13 different properties.
That was a lie.
Guess how many he does own? 0.
I should be asking, was this election rigged?
Not the 2021, but the 2022.
No, this election, I should be asked. I think everybody in that district should be asking, did we really vote for this dude? Did we really vote for him? I don't remember voting for him. Like did you remember voting for him? Nah, like, I really think y'all need to check this out. Like, y'all need to investigate this, because how y'all vote him in? It's criminal. It's criminal. This is criminal.
You know his mother died as a result of 9/11, right?
That was a lie.
Good Lord. Double dip of mentality this week. You can catch the television replay 5 p.m. on the BS3 network, and you can catch all the replays on Snowman Multimedia's YouTube channel, as well as Snowman Multimedia Audio. And we thank y'all for your support. Mentality, the ultimate masculine safe space. Bizarro Wise has been let loose. All right, let's talk NBA free agents. And the first name on this list we touched on yesterday, but I'm going to go a little deeper today. I got to put my eyes on because I can't see a darn thing. Kyrie Irving. Why? Let me ask a simple question about Kyrie Irving, and I'll ask the same thing about LeBron James, Hawk TV, and I'm looking right at you. Who the hell would want them on their team as divisive, as toxic, and as divisive and as toxic as they are, and they just plain suck? Who wants them? I posed a question that Chris Dietz put in the chat yesterday. Dear Dallas, Kyrie Irving tanked your team. Why do you want him back? Dear Boston, Kyrie divided your team. Why do you want him back? Be right back. Ryan McCoffey is with us putting Bailey's in my. What is Bailey's? I got to find out what Bailey's is, and I may need to try it. The second name they have on this list, according to USA Today, James Harden. James Harden. Who the hell would want James Harden? I'm sorry. I said I would curb my swearing. It's milk for alcoholics. I got to try it now. Who the hell? I'm sorry, Tom. Who wants James Harden on their team? Who? Who would actually try to make that work? Hello, Philadelphia. Have you not learned your lesson from Houston and how we cut that team to shreds? The Sixers want Harden back. Why? Dear God, why? He's not going to help you win a championship. He's certainly not going to help you compete. He wants the ball all the time. All right. Who actually believes James Harden is actually equipped to help a team win a championship? Who actually thinks that LeBron James is equipped to help a team win a championship? Who actually think that Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, and the like are actually equipped to help their team win championships? And if you think that...
You fool!
Next name on the list is Fred. Next two names are Fred VanVleet and Chris Middleton. Middleton has been an important part of the Bucks' success, but can they give him the number that they want to keep him alongside Giannis Antetokounmpo? As far as Fred, I can never pronounce this name right. Fred VanVleet. He's only been an all-star one time. This past season, he averaged 19 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. 39% from the field. Can't talk this morning. I don't have my coffee. And 34% on three-pointers. And but the most important thing he brings back is championship experience because he won it in 2019 with Toronto. My question for the Raptors, if you bring VanVleet back, who's going to run with him? Who is going to be that other piece for the Toronto Raptors? I already talked about Chris Middleton. Draymond Green opted out of his contract and will become an unrestricted free agent. He is at age 33. We all know the turmoil that he put his team through. And a lot of people are not going to like what I'm going to say, but I hope they bring him back on a 3-year deal. Early reports say that they are. Y'all can say whatever you want about Draymond Green. He is as important to them. He is as important to the Warriors as Stephen Curry is. Nikola Vucevic, an unrestricted free agent. He will be 33 years old next year. I'm going to say something that Hawk TV will not like, and a lot of the modern followers of the NBA who don't pay attention will not like. Mike Dunleavy Jr. and Steve Kerr on line 1, which makes a lot of people say she. Once again, which makes a lot of people say she. And I'll leave it there. Jeremy Grant, forward. is an unrestricted free agent from the Portland Trail Blazers. He's just 29, and he set a career high in three-point percentage, making him more of a hot commodity. The next name on the list is Kyle Kuzma. Let me put a question to the chat here. Who would you rather have, Jeremy Grant or Kyle Kuzma? So we're talking a battle of small forwards here. Who do you think has more value to a team, Jeremy Grant or Kyle Kuzma? That's our question for the chat this morning. Austin Reeves is a restricted free agent, which means the Lakers could possibly bring him back. Josh Hart from the New York Knicks and D'Angelo Russell from the Fakers are unrestricted free agents. I asked the same question about these two. Who brings more value? Okay. Who brings more between Josh Hart and D'Angelo Russell? We're talking guards here. Who brings more value, and who would you make a run at that you think can really help your team? Then you got Jakob Poeltl, center from the Raptors, Cam Johnson, a forward from the Brooklyn Mess, and Brook Lopez, center from the Milwaukee Bucks. Would you take a chance on any one of those three? I mean, Brook Lopez may be 34, but he can help it. You know what? Hey, Mike Dunleavy, got two of them for you. Let's say you bring back Draymond Green on a discount and you lock him in for 3 years, because the next person you're going to have to lock in is Klay Thompson. You could put a package together and bring in Nikola Vucevic and Brook Lopez. You know how dangerous that Warriors team would be? Because, as I said, they miss bigs. They miss size. Jordan Clarkson from the Utah Jazz, who cares? Bruce Brown from the Denver Nuggets, they'll bring him back. Harrison Barnes from the Sacramento Kings. This gets juicier all the time. Christian Wood from the Dallas Mavericks. Who the hell is he? I'm sorry. I haven't had my coffee yet. And then there's the curious case, and I mean very curious, of Rui Hachimura. You know the potential for the Lakers to lose 3 of their key players that helped them get to the Western Conference Finals last year? Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, and Rui Hachimura. And remember, they acquired Rui Hachimura at the trade deadline. I'm asking all kinds of questions. Who would be the best team fit for Rui Hachimura? Because he is a swing forward who can play. I've admired him when he came out of Gonzaga, and when he played at and later came out of Gonzaga. I've liked Rui Hachimura. Okay? Don't get it twisted. I've liked Rui Hachimura. He was just misused in Los Angeles. So I posed the question to the chat. Who would be the best fit for Rui Hachimura? And yes, Ryan, for a split second, we talked about Unky Woke. I hope nobody signs him. I really hope nobody signs him. Let's complete this list. Dante DiVincenzo opted out of his contract. He's an unrestricted free agent. They may bring him back on a discount. The next 3 names, 2 from the Hornets, PJ Washington and Miles Bridges. Tell them both to bite the dust. Tell them both to get out and stay out. Then there's a curious case of Dylan Brooks, and I say curious case because it's curious to see who will pick him up and actually take a chance on him. I said it. And actually, there we go. And actually take a chance on him. I don't know who would. Maybe the Warriors would. Maybe the Lakers. I don't know. I just don't know. Well, those are your 23 free agents that USA Today has listed as the top free agents. Now, since I got a few minutes and going to wait for some answers from the Fanatics feedback zone about which of these players that I've listed could be a fit for your team, I'm going. Breaking news. Tom Chambers played a better fundamental small forward than LeBron James ever has. I couldn't help it. I just simply couldn't help it. Let me speak on some of these free agents, a couple in particular. Here we go. And good morning to Sig Diggy and Cool McCain and Vicala in the chat with us. You know, if I were in charge of a team, I would not want Kyrie Irving on my team, nor James Harden. I touched on this briefly when I was given the list. Now we'll go into detail. Can they actually help you win a championship? Seriously. Seriously. Because that is the goal, at least I thought, of every team and every player that competes. They want to win championships. They want to win championships. And Kyrie Irving and James Harden do not have. Breaking news. The Chicago Blackhawks will draft Connor Bedard first overall in tonight's NHL entry draft. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Cole, will you quit pushing that button? Doggone it. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Who wants Kyrie Irving? Listen, let me do this. Let me do this the right way. Here are my thoughts on Kyrie Irving and James Stay Puffed Harden, and thank you, Victor, for that.
Trays.
I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying not to laugh out loud. Will you stop? Quit pushing buttons, man. I'm trying to conduct a show and I have buttons. Hey! Look, I know you're in the middle, but will you quit that? Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Somebody's taking the show off the rails, and for once it ain't me. One word, thank you, Sig Diggy, describes both James Harden and Kyrie Irving, and to a point describes Joel Embiid, liability. I'm not even going to get started on Ben Simmons. Who cares? Neither of those two players are championship caliber players. Joel Embiid is not a championship caliber player. Why am I bringing Joel Embiid into the conversation? Because it goes back to a point that I have often said. And good morning to the BS3 Network, who also houses our show. What's up, Ben Sutter the Third? It goes back to something I've said about Joel Embiid, and the same can apply to Kyrie Irving, and the same also applies to James Harden. And if you're watching on television, look at me carefully. They don't have it up here. I don't care how long they've been in the league. They don't have it up here. Let's add Russell Westbrook as a liability. Absolutely. Absolutely. Excuse me. Do y'all want, if you're building a championship caliber team, do you want any of the players I've mentioned, Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook, or LeBron James as a part of your team chemistry? No? Good answer. Because I certainly don't. I'm trying to win championships. And I don't care how many times they'd call me. I'd refuse their calls. I'd block their numbers. I'd tell them, get the hell out of my face and stay out. Period. I would tell them to get the bloody hell out of my face and stay out. End of story. Because if there's one thing I don't like, and call me old, but you can call me old school at the same time. Divisiveness among a team, as Draymond Green proved, will wreck your chances to win a title or repeat as champion. We saw it with Golden State. Now let's just hope they can fix it. But with any of the players I mentioned, no thank you. Y'all can have them, y'all can keep them, but they ain't darkening my doorstep. That's Snowman's take. What is yours? Three minutes later, and I'll bring in Cole Johnson, because Dennis Rodman says something about Larry Bird, and I don't entirely disagree. Back in the deuce.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Hey everybody, Brian Snow here. Want to do some afternoon sports talk with me and be interactive? Also meet some great guests from every walk of life? Then tune in to The Brian Snow Show on CSTV and CSTVnow.com. Weekdays at 2 p.m. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Cause we take this job so serious.
Man, I went home that day and talked to my wife, Vicky. And Vicky was like, "What's wrong with you? You pissed off?" "Yeah, I got this partner I'm working with back in the radio station, man."
Why are you shaking your head? Why are you shaking your head at me?
Breaking news. Tom Chambers plays a more fundamentally sound basketball than LeBron James. And this isn't Bron's Sexual Confessions.
I absolutely love you for that.
That's why. Goodness gracious.
Like you weren't cracking up at that.
I'm like, Lord have mercy.
Listen, you put the button in here. I just decided to playfully use it. And since Hog TV is here, I figured, what the hell?
Oh, I should have known.
What do you mean you should? What you mean? Thank you, Victor. What you mean?
What you mean? You shouldn't. Yeah. Lord.
You know Victor gonna have to voice that now, right? It's gonna have to be visualized now.
Oh my gosh.
Good morning to at the bottom of the hour. Chad Schrader joins us. Good morning to you. Of course, the man in charge of the world champion Denver Nuggets. Good morning to you. But when you debuted that button, I couldn't stop laughing.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
I couldn't.
Really?
What made you think of that?
Well, so we were in the midst of. I think we had a guest that we normally don't have. That was on the show.
Yeah.
And it was, I forgot what it was, but Ryan actually put forth in the chat it was breaking news. I was like, yeah, I need to put a breaking news banner in here. Okay. And so I did. And I did not even originally have it be there for comedic purposes, but it was put in, it was instituted almost around the same time as people almost knowing that Connor Bedard was going to be drafted by the Blackhawks and Victor Wembanyama was going to be drafted by the Spurs.
By the Spurs, right?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, fine. Just for some comic relief, I will use it for that purpose, and it took a life of its own.
So I had fun with it this morning when Ryan put the breaking news about Connor Bedard in the chat this morning. So I kind of played it up and I pressed the button and I'm like, "Hey, will you quit pushing buttons already?" I played around with it, and I love the way you put that in there with stuff that is so obvious. You know?
Yeah. And I would only do it with that. If for comedic purposes, I'll only do it for that. Yeah.
And somehow something you created once again took a life of its own.
I'm like, oh my gosh. So yes,
I was messing with you this morning while I was waiting for you to come in. I pressed this one, and I pretended like I was yelling at you, and I went, "Hey, will you quit pushing buttons?"
Gracious.
And then I followed it up with this one. So a lot of stuff, when I brought you aboard as EP, I knew some stuff would take a life of its own. I didn't realize it would take this much of a life of its own, especially this. And y'all will see this during hour 2 of today's extravaganza.
Jeez.
All right. Look, you created it.
I know. That's
you
the sad
created.
part.
So why are you shaking your head at something you created?
Well, if it wasn't for Victor going after Ray Ray, we wouldn't have Vicala.
Sure we would. You'd have found a way to make it happen. Who am I talking to here? Huh?
We wouldn't have Vicala. I mean,
baloney with T's on it. And I'm really trying not to cuss this morning. Like I said, trying being the operative word.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying?
Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. This is the same.
Perfect time.
Yes. It was. No, it was. I won't lie.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same man that visualized this.
So I had a conversation with a bronsexual.
And put that voice behind it. And put that voice behind it. I will tell this story again. I remember the day you debuted that graphic and the voice you put behind it. It was so low and so mellow. And all I hear, and I think you let in something like, so this happened. And then you press the button and we see this. And then I hear you go, so I had a conversation with a bronsexual. And I lost it. I mean, like I said, my wife came flying in the room, thought something was wrong with me, and then she saw tears in my eyes, and then she realized I was laughing. And she says, why are you laughing? Are you sure you want an answer to that question, honey? She says, yeah, hit me. So I did that, and I repeated that sequence. She laughed so hard she walked out. And during our vacation, she used one of my lines against me. Oh, no. We were talking about the Colts and how they drafted Anthony Richardson.
Let me guess. This wasn't the FCC Airways friendly version?
Actually, you'll love what she used against me.
Okay.
So we're talking about the Colts. And then drafting Anthony Richardson. So I played the short that I put together. And before I could even finish it, she says, you probably ripped him to shreds live on the air before he's even played it down. And of course, this black man gets beat red. And I'm trying not to laugh. And her next three words were, her next sentence was, as you often say best, find the lie. Salute to Dr. K.
Yeah, salute to you.
And this is before we went to breakfast. So you know the rest of the day was off the rails.
Yes, it was.
So you know the rest of the day was off the rails. All right, Dennis Rodman's okay. Dennis Rodman said.
Quote,
Larry Bird would play in Europe, not in the NBA in the modern era.
Close quote.
You know me very well. You've known me almost 8 years. The chat knows me very well. What are my next three words?
Oh, you don't have it here. Find a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people bristled at this at his analysis, and people think,
why?
And people think,
what the hell are they watching?
See, the thing is, people think Rodman is stupid, and I'm just going to be blunt, 100% honest. People think Rodman is stupid. People think Rodman is. People think Rodman is a space cadet, but people think Rodman does not have that basically has a BB brain for brains. That's what people think. Don't realize he's a college graduate. Doesn't realize that he's one of the brightest basketball minds we've seen in the last 50 years, and one of the greatest rebounders we've ever seen.
So they just think he's.
They just think because
nothing more.
Yeah, they just think because of his antics and a whole ton of piercings on him, and however many tattoos, and the fact that he just simply just likes to have a good time. They just think he's stupid. And
I went to his party after the '96 championship. That's all he's about, is having a good time. But when it's time to take care of business, he takes care of business. What is wrong with that?
I'll get to a good story about that in a minute. Right. But the thing is, he's right for this reason. Bird would play over in Europe not because he'd be scared of the action here in the NBA.
He'd be
He would
sick
play in
of the
Europe
lack
because he'd
of,
be bored with it.
yeah. He'd be sick of the lack of nerve.
Yeah, he'd be bored with it. He'd want to play with. He would want to play in a game that was more fundamentally sound. He'd want to play. He would want to
Did you
play in a
discuss
game
it
that.
with
Yes, I did. And
fundamental? Yes, you did.
I'm about to curse again.
Oh, go for it. Go for it, man.
He wants to play in a league that actually encourages team-oriented play. He wants to. He would like to play in a league where his skills can shine, and he can help others' skills shine. And it's not all about trying to hit a three, trying to hit a dunk, and doing a celebration like you scored a touchdown. So from that aspect, Bird is correct. I mean, Robin is correct.
As people know me to say best, find the lie. And as my partner says best, and I love you for this, no lie to be found.
Now here's where it could be challenged. Now, people would say, well, I mean, Bird cooked people in the 80s just fine. I was like, yeah, he did. And I think he could cook people in this decade too, simply because his skills were beyond compare. You have to go with the elite of the elite to even say that he is on par. Not even he has to catch up with them, that he is on par with them. Right. That is how strong skill wise that Bird was. So
and I mean, no one gives him any kind of credit for his for his skills.
Overall skill. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about a dude who career, not in a season, in a career, he averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists for a small forward.
For a small forward. Absolutely.
And he did two things that in the top of the next hour, this gentleman has not done even once. And that is shoot 50% from the field, 40% from three, and 90% from the free throw line in a single season, and he did it twice.
And I'm one of only two players to do it twice.
Yes, the other being Curry. So
the other being Steph Curry. The closest one to Steph, who did it once and came close to doing it 3 other times, point guard who preceded Steph Curry off that split screen. His name is Mark Price.
And I'm surprised he only did it once.
I'm surprised he only did once too.
Yeah, I'm surprised he only did that
once.
At
the tail end of his career, injuries took him.
Yeah, and that's what messed him up. Yeah.
Yeah, injuries took the tail end of his career.
Here's why I could say that Robin could be wrong, and I'm not saying he is, but this is where he could be wrong. Bird is the type that he would probably want to prove that he is the best player in this country as an NBA player, and would want to basically prove that he could wax every other player on the court in the NBA playing his style of basketball, similar to that at the end of what Robin said to Nikola Jokic.
He'll look at you and tell you what he's going to do, and then do it.
And so to me, that aspect about Bird fits in today's game because he loved to talk trash, and he loved to forecast talking trash. So,
Washington Bullets, anyone?
So gosh, I mean, it's Washington Bullets.
That's one of his famous trash talking stories.
And I think he actually did the same shot. I think he did. Didn't he do the same shot twice in that one?
Twice.
Yeah, did the same shot twice.
And the second overtime. Regulation and the second overtime.
He did the same shot twice.
Get it from right here, and you're not going to stop me. Drilled it to tie it in regulation. Drilled it to win it in double overtime.
I'm like, how the heck you talk trash of going to the same spot twice and perform the same shot at the same spot twice? I'm like,
against the same team.
But yeah,
against the same team.
So yeah, from that aspect, I would say Rodman would be wrong because Bird gets off and talking trash and making people feel like this on the court. Considering that the climate in today's game, I think players want to make others feel like this on the court, but they do it wanting to prove their athleticism is the way that would make you feel small. Bird want to prove that it's his skill set and his fundamentals that would make you feel absolutely small. Basically like he did 40 years ago.
Man. And I mean, how can you not appreciate that? I
Mm-hmm.
certainly do. And I hated the Boston Celtics, but they were one of the most well constructed teams in the 80s because
Yeah.
they knew how to play fundamentally sound basketball, unlike a certain gentleman we'll talk about at the top of the next hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, did I say that?
I figured you would.
Oh, I'm taking all the shots today.
Yeah, but
But
for those who come in after Rodman's neck, this is the story I was going to talk about. So you know this because you lived in Chicago at the time. So Rodman, after a road trip, or in the midst of a road trip, decides, you know what? I need to take a break. So he goes to Phil. It's like, yeah, man, let me take off 48 hours. Just let me go somewhere. Just let me just chill and cool and blow off some steam.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, with Phil's cautious blessing and Michael's derision, and wanting to Phil saying you ain't gonna see him come back, Rodman goes. But of course, the story goes that 48 hours passed, then 72 hours passed, and I think it was 96 hours before. I think they said Phil and Michael, maybe even Scotty too, they had to actually pull him out of the hotel room in which Rodman was staying.
Yeah.
So you would think, okay, so he's out of shape, even though it's only been like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So Phil, if I'm mistaken, he decided to do a sort of like a gas you out drill to punish the team.
Right.
Which I've been a part of that in football and in the military.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was the drill of the person who was last has to sprint up to get into the front of the line as they jog.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to repeatedly do it.
Yeah.
Until and for a certain time. So Rodman. Oh no, Jordan actually says to the rest of the team, jog at a slow pace.
Yeah.
Jog at a real slow pace. So all that happens, and then Rodman becomes the last guy, and then he sprints in front, and then he continues to sprint. And the rest of the team tried to catch up with him and couldn't.
Yep.
I realized then, I was like, this dude is an athlete beyond compare. I'm like, wow. Because like what you said, he likes to have a good time, but when it comes to business, he will get down to business.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And I love that about him, piston or not.
Yeah, same.
When you're doing it live. Lawrence Dodd in the house with us, a friend
What's
of
up, man?
Jason Joseph. You're doing it live. You're doing it live. Yes, we are.
Doing it live. Doing it live. F it.
All right. I have that entire clip.
All right, we'll do it live. I've heard that thing so many times.
Best clips that we've worked in.
Mm-hmm.
To do it live, and I've always had that as a staple of my intro.
Yeah.
And what you worked in for Dolomite, especially after no one cares about baseball.
That was just a perfect one to use. I was like,
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
I was like, man, that's some ridiculous stuff.
Dennis was all business when it came time for business. I mean, he appeared at during the NBA Finals in 1998. He appeared at a wrestling event, hustled back to Chicago, and pulled down 20 rebounds before Game 4.
Yeah, and sick, you're correct. He would do an hour cardio before a game and then hit the gym after the game.
Afterwards, yes.
Yeah,
that's always been his thing.
That was him.
Always.
That was him even as a Piston, let alone a Bull. Yeah.
I mean, with the Bulls, he upped it.
Yes. I mean, his cardio was ridiculous, which of course explains why he was such a menace on the court, where he just had that motor that others just simply did not have.
I think it was Nitro I think it was a Nitro event where he appeared, and
he appeared many different times on Nitro.
Yeah, and it was an event in Chicago because the finals were in Chicago, so he appears and then comes back and puts in his work, and he rescued the Bulls with 4 free throws at the end of Game 4. What was the difference? 4 points.
Those 4 points.
82. 86, 82. And of course, now I'm thinking of all the people that would just look at me and go, how can you just repeat the score like that? Because I lived it. Because I watched it.
I understand.
Because I was basically there.
Yeah, I understand. I totally understand.
Because I was basically there. You know what's fun though? Continuing to prove people that I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, I understand. I totally understand. June 22nd, 1994, 1984 Rockets over the Knicks. Games, and that was
go with it.
Game 7.
That was 29 years ago. I won't ever forget the score, the date, where it was, and what happened in that game. So I understand that. I fully understand that.
I don't expect you to forget it.
Yeah.
You better not. You better not forget it. Your beloved Rockets won their title.
So yeah, when you say those things, I'm like, I totally get it.
Even though Chris Bay still gives me hell about it, but that's all right. That's just who he is. And I love it though.
Yeah.
I love it. We're okay, here it is. We're actually overdue for a break, and I'm waiting for something to upload real quick because I've been busy in the lab while I've been on the air. But I read this list you sent me of the top free agents, and except for like 6 or 7 of them, my basic question was, who the hell wants them?
Oh, wow.
The first 2 they had on that list were Kyrie Irving and Stay Puft Harden. Find the lie. Who the hell wants him?
The Sixers better be like, okay, look, we just got to keep Harden.
Well, someone caught my rant yesterday about what the Sixers should do. And I get a comment saying, I totally agree with what they need to do. I'm like, they need to just keep Maxey, keep Nick Nurse, and push the plunger.
Yeah. Thing is, now that the biggest piece to pull the plunger on has won the MVP this past year, that's not going to happen anytime soon.
No, it is not. All right, we're due for a break, and we will have the top of the second hour coming at you.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you talk and they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground, and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCoffey now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey notes. And here's Jay.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2,
the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2,
the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC for playing.
Hour 2, Sam Shady.
Oh, man. It's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt 2 Chainz Cousins out.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God! Oh, this game! Oh, way to go, Sammy!
Hour 2, was El.
Oh man, I thought I missed it.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now. Hour 2 is here, and my partner is not. Why am I hearing my Winnie? Come here, Winnie. Come here, Winnie. As y'all know, it is now Winnie time. How you doing? Okay. Well, sometimes I actually abhor doing this. I do. But given the fact that it is Wednesday, given the fact that I actually love doing this and proving bronsexuals wrong, oh, what the hell?
This Bronsexual Confession is brought to you by Bron Joy Juice. Bron Joy Juice, the ultimate joy juice of bronsexuals worldwide. Made with 100% organic seal milk.
On your mark, get set, go.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronsexual Confessions.
Oh, dear God. Okay. You know, you just don't know where. Sometimes you just don't know where to begin. Yeah. I am not making this up. When my partner sent this to me, I'm not making this up, folks. when there's a fellow on Facebook. Here we go. Who identifies as white Stephen A. Smith. I'm not making this up. Who said, quote, next year the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect was. Close quote. I will read that again. Quote, next year the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect was. Close quote. I'll be back.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YOKAY. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
What? Next year, the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect was. You don't know the half of the disrespect and the shade I'm going to throw, considering the Lakers are going to be a colossal failure next year than they were in the Western Conference Finals this year. And I know some of you are asking,
You for real?
I'm very much for real. I'm very much for real. Why do we need to apologize when nothing's happened yet for the 2023-24 season? What's up? Play-by-play with JJ in the house with us. Ben Bentley joining us as well. JJ will join me this afternoon. Y'all see the look on my face, right? When I'm reading this. The apology needs to be as loud. The apology next. Okay, I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. Quote. Next year, the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect was. Close quote. That will only happen if he wins an NBA title. And note the capital word I put in the middle of that sentence. If. If. Big ass if. Let me open this. I know this is not beer. This is iced coffee. Why the hell are we going to apologize when nothing's happened yet? Anybody have an answer to that? Anybody even think to have an answer to that? No? Me neither. Who wrote this stuff? Well, I know who wrote it and know where the quote came from, but why? Why? And I mean, why? What the hell are they thinking? And then you have this picture of LeBron that just sucks, quite frankly. That just blows, man. You have this picture of LeBron that is not worthy of any kind of comment. But since this is what I get paid to do anyway, screw it. I'm not apologizing for a doggone thing because he's going to suck royal. Okay? Okay. He's going to suck. He's in a perpetual... Listen, bronzesexuals, I want y'all to listen to me carefully. Very, very, very carefully. LeBron James is trash. He's in a perpetual state of suck. I said it, and I mean every word of it. Now, these bronzexuals will cry Victor's fabulous cry of, "What you mean?" I'll tell you exactly what I mean. He ain't worth it. You understand that? He's not worth the bleeping trouble. And yet these bronzexuals want to make sure that he's worth the trouble. Why? Just why? Why the hell are y'all caping for a guy who's not worth it? You understand? He's not. Why are y'all caping for, yes, I picked up that term. Why are you all caping for a guy and putting him on a pedestal that just is simply not worth the darn trouble? He's just simply not worth the trouble, y'all. He's simply not worth it. He's got no jump shot. He's got no post game. He's got no nerve. Okay? He's got no nerve. Thank you, Victor. This moment with the white Stephen A. Smith is brought to you by Antonio Brown Academy. Be all the clown you can be with Antonio Brown Academy. Now partnered with Stupid University. I'm surprised I haven't heard from Hawk TV yet, though I have the feeling that may change. Speaking of Stupid University, now this.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it, like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, Stupid University. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid University, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something I rarely do in the midst of a bronsexual confession. I'm actually going to pause because we got to meet our requirements, but the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect was? Really? The disrespect shall continue until he actually proves he's a good basketball player, which he's not. The disrespect will continue until he decides to prove that he actually gives a damn about his team, which he does not. Until he can prove he's a good basketball player and not just a good philanthropist, get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronsexual Confessions.
I'll be back.
This is Snowman in the morning.
We're not a cooking show. We're a show about cooking.
We turn the camera around and point it at you. Our show takes place right inside your kitchen.
Hey y'all, Snowman here. Catch me, Cole Johnson, Wise El Jefe, Vicala, and the rest of the usual suspects and a few unusual suspects as we bring you 2 hours of the best sports talk you will ever watch and listen to. It's called Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Now on at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific on CSTV and CSTVNow.com. Join us, won't you?
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground, and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
The following is a public service announcement from David 3000.
Yankees suck.
This has been a public service announcement from David 3000. This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPN, now approve all this.
Gosh. Yo Kang still gets me. Lord have mercy. And I'm the
that
one who
phone
started.
number still gets me. And the way you emphasized it.
Well, I mean,
that pause in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. It just gives you an oomph. How you doing, JJ? Glad to see you in the finance feedback zone, brother.
So I took a pause in between bronze sexual confession subjects.
Which I figured you would.
Yeah, we got to stick with our new clock now.
Mm-hmm.
What the Lakers are planning to do in free agency to achieve the quote-unquote singular goal of 18th title. While I finish this last bite and take a drink, push a button.
Here we go. You already know. Moan him! Wrong
Not
button.
that one.
I know which one.
This Bronze Sexual Confession is brought to you by Bron Joy Juice. Bron Joy Juice. The ultimate joy juice of bronze sexuals worldwide. Made with 100% organic seal milk.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronze Sexual Confessions.
All right, sir.
Go! Let's give them two for the price of one. What Lakers are planning to do in free agency to achieve their quote singular to achieve their
quote
singular goal of 18th title.
Close quote.
And now a selection from the Wonder Bread Choir entitled, Are You Kidding?
Beautiful time.
My reaction when the Lakers got their kicked by the Denver Nuggets. Samuel has a question.
Oh, he does? Oh.
And it sounds like this.
What question? Other than
English, do you speak it?
Yeah, that. And he also has a statement.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Because the Lakers aren't going to do a thing. They're going to have a
Tiger uppercut
delivered to them by the Denver Nuggets. They're going to go through from even the lowest team in the Western Conference. They will have a delivered to them by the Golden State Warriors. They will have a delivered to them by the Sacramento Kings. And they're just going to, where is it? They're just going to make every team in the Western Conference and every other team in the NBA is going to make the Lakers feel like this.
Ready? And pull. Trash.
The Lakers are going to do nothing. Okay? Let me say that again. Nothing. Matter of fact, I wait for the day next March when we tell them. And all these bronzexuals will be thinking,
what in the all types of blue hell?
Of course, it's put in the form of what you mean, but y'all get the idea. And then Brian Windhorse, bless him. Bless Brian Windhorse. Exposed something we already knew, which is how toxic for those of you scoring at home, LeBron James is. And how toxic he's been to his teams. Results of LeBron and the Lakers. 2019, left out of the playoffs. 2020, I don't have to explain. 21, a foot put in. Give me this button. A foot put in there in the first round. 2022, a foot put in there in the regular season, and they were told.
All right, so she is going to take off. All right, cool.
And then the luckiest playoff run ever happened. I did not stutter when I said that. The luckiest playoff run ever happened. Ever! And it had to be this fool, this fish-eyed, idiotic. Give me this button again. This fish-eyed, idiotic fool found his way to the Western Conference Finals, and the credit should have gone to Anthony Davis and not him. I hope and pray that the Lakers are told this.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Which prompts all bronzexuals to look at me and say,
"You tripping."
No, I am not tripping. I want to hear this on every Laker game this year. And all the bronzexuals going when they celebrate his individual accomplishments instead of the Lakers getting a foot put in them. I hope it gets so bad that if they're even close, if LeBron James is even close to sniffing a playoff spot, that they get encountered with the following question.
Who in the blue hell are you?
Oh, you didn't hear me. Let me say it again.
Who in the blue hell are you?
I'll repeat a rant that I said before. And Tom, no, I'm not even going to make the motion of the word, but y'all will get the idea. Dear bronzexuals, dear Facebook for allowing these bronzexuals to invade, permeate, and blow up Facebook sideways in sports groups. And to that bleeping 4-letter network that shoved them down our throats and up our rear ends for the past 20 years, and you.
Damn.
Oh, let me add something. And to these bronzexual Twitter spaces, you. To all these bronzexuals that have infested true sports talk groups on social media? You, and I repeat, you. Now take your loving sis and get the out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
And now the false starts begin.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned.
Cole Johnson, I playfully say you because you're right. Once again, dear bronzesexuals, you. Dear bronzesexuals for infesting true sports talk spaces, you. And to any network that actually props this guy up and considers him to be the greatest of all time, you, and I repeat, you. Now take your loving says out of here and get the absolute out of my face, you thirsty bitches. No more false starts.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned.
I lied. Why is the NBA in the toilet? Yes, LeBron, it is you. It always has been you. It always will be you. Your career is a failure. The NBA is in the toilet, and it's your fault.
This moment of bronzesexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronzesexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
Now get the heck out of my face, you thirsty heifers.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzesexual Confessions.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God.
Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. And I repeat, and you're muted. Shut up.
I didn't say a single solitary thing.
Shut up.
No words were pursed out of my mouth.
Shut up. No words were pursed out of your No words were pursed out of your mouth. Hey, Bishop Bullwinkle, do you believe this?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
I mean, I didn't say anything.
Shut up.
I mean,
shut up. Don't look at me like that with that evil smile. Shut up.
but I was just aiding in your cooking.
Shut
That's all I
up.
was doing. I was just throwing ingredients on. You know, you have the main dish on. I was just throwing a little bit of
Why
salt.
the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop lying.
I got him. 7.5 years I've known this fool, and I finally got him.
Oh my gosh.
But y'all know it's gonna come back to me tenfold. because of the evil genius that is Cole Johnson.
What?
Give me this button. Shut the up with that one mess. Shut up. Perfect. I rest my case.
Oh Lord.
I rest my and yes, you're right. You have to have the right ingredients. And JJ said a comment that I love you, JJ. You need to visualize this right now.
Oh Lord.
You need to visualize that right now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Who's gonna talk right now? Roof.
JJ also said this one. I'm telling you right now, debate shows are going to take a hit without LeBron and Brady. First of all, don't care about LeBron, don't care about Brady. Second of all, we're not a debate show. We just decide to speak facts and have fun with it.
But you're
Third
right.
of all, debate shows suck anyway.
But you're right though, JJ.
Yes.
I mean, I really hate to say this about the platform, but you have so many of these debate show producers lean on content that is LeBron or Brady based, and had done so the last 20 years, and it's like, especially if it's football season, and when football and basketball season are combined. I mean, it's as if you already knew in debate shows you're going to see at least one LeBron segment and one Brady segment. And depending on who was playing recently, you probably get two from them. And I'm like, good Lord, you mean to tell me
and if they have a good week, and if they have a good week on the floor or on the field, three.
I'm like, you mean to tell me you all don't do enough research to where you can scour and find different stories that would actually impact people besides these two? Yeah.
Wait a minute. Them finding an impact player?
Why the you lying? Why you always lying?
Wait a minute. I did that wrong. Them actually doing research and finding an impact player?
You fool!
That ain't LeBron or Tom Brady?
You fool!
I rest my case. Back in a minute.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Hey everybody, Brian Snow here. Want to do some afternoon sports talk with me and be interactive? Also meet some great guests from every walk of life? Then tune in to The Brian Snow Show on CSTV and CSTVnow.com. Weekdays at 2 p.m. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
because we take this job so serious.
The f is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
And y'all wonder
Ray
why
Ray Center will not be televised at this time, so that we can bring to you the following special presentation from LJPN.
Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That's right. Come on in. Yeah. Welcome to 65th Tabernacle Apostolic Pentecostal Baptist Catholic Church of the Chicken Wing, otherwise known as the City Fifth. And I'm so glad that you're here. Take a seat, everybody. Take a seat, everybody. I'm glad you're here. Now, ladies, gentlemen, thugs, pimps, hoes, haters, I'm glad that you all are here to commemorate the year that was LeBron James, and we're going to also celebrate in this homegoing ceremony celebration.
You mean celebrate the Denver Nuggets putting a foot in his rear end?
We're going to be celebrating this because I have a special sermon that I'm going to do. And I don't have a graphic for it, but the title of the sermon is Niggas and Flies.
Oh dear. Here we go, folks.
Niggas and Flies. That's the title of the sermon. And the reason why I said the reason why I called it Niggas and Flies is those are the creatures that want to talk ill about LeBron. Niggas and Flies.
Because he sucks.
And it's a shame that we have these idiots that just want to just wax poetic and talk ill about the man who is the greatest basketball player of all time.
I'm sorry, what?
I said it's a shame and a half that we have idiots out there who want to cast aspersions on the greatest basketball player of all time.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop lying. Oh.
Excuse me, congregation. Buff Negro, I want you to go into the audiovisual room and I want you to beat down the person who's in the audiovisual room like it was Suge Knight and Tupac beating Orlando Anderson down in Las Vegas back in '96. Do that right now, sir. Thank you very much.
Man, get out of my audiovisual room. And stay out, you bum.
Now, as I was saying, we won't have those interruptions. Now,
why the you lying? Why you always lying?
You fool! Now, for those who want to claim that LeBron lacks fundamental,
he does.
For those who want to claim that LeBron cheapens the game.
Hey, Bishop, does LeBron advance the game at all?
Hell no.
You fool! Those who want to claim that LeBron is bad for basketball, you all take one gigantic, one stupendous, one monstrous
Hey, Pastor.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Before I continue, as a side note, we here at the City Fifth is praying for Ray Ray. We believe that he will come back to his normal form. He's been distraught for about a month now. He took the sweep in the West Conference Finals between the Lakers and the Nuggets.
You mean he took a craptacular?
So I know one of you. I know one of you in the congregation. You all were giving off the Hooked on Bronix number to search for Ray Ray. Yeah, yes, yeah. Go to that number and dial it. That number is 1-800.
You mean this one?
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call
1-800-YO-KANG. Call that number if you find old Ray Ray. We want him back because he is one of the lifebloods of the neighborhood.
No, he's not.
Although I know he needs to understand English, and he has problems with the subject-verb agreement, and he has problems with nouns and pronouns and verbs and adverbs and adjectives. And I know he has a problem with your names, like with Victor, calling him Vicala. Like, I understand that he has those issues. I said I understand he has those issues.
I'm sorry, did you say English?
English, do you speak it?
I understand he has those issues, like with Vicala. I understand he has those issues. But bear with him. Bear with him. And two, one of my favorite tide givers, Snowman Bron Lover. I'm so proud that you generously give to the City Fifth. We love all of your donations, even though you hate LeBron. You, in focusing on that young man, prove that you love him. Now, as I was saying, we're celebrating LeBron by the fact that he is going to be awarded an ESPY next month because of his being now the greatest scorer of all time in NBA history.
He doesn't deserve it.
The greatest scorer of all time. And now we can rest assured that the game is in safe hands.
Man, give me this camera. It's been in unsafe hands since
because we now know that a gentleman of fine caliber will now be the caretaker of the sport. And then
give me this camera. That's a lie. That's a
as we go onward into the sunset, when we see him retire, he becomes a distinguished gentleman. We all will have to say Bron, no matter what. That's right. We have to say Bron in the conversation. That's just how it rolls.
Michael Jordan's the greatest player.
It's how it goes.
Give me this camera, doggone it.
And I just love the fact that we can celebrate a wonderful athlete like LeBron.
Oh, hell no.
So tune in to the ESPYs. It'll be July the 12th. And we get to see Yo-Kang ascend to the rightful spot that he belongs, atop the NBA throne. And we can say to the rest of these haters,
cocaine.
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
And that is the sermon for today. Negroes and flies. I'm glad that you all were here to witness it. And I'm glad you're here to celebrate greatness as you and I all see it. Now, I'm glad you're about to die. Now, for those who are willing to donate, you see the Cash App there. Cash.app /$ tallman Dr. K50 or Cash.app / host Cole Johnson. Donate as much as you would like because the City Fifth enjoys all donations. The doors of the church are open, wide open. Come on down if you need that blessing. All we need is just one. Won't you come? And I am the pastor of this church, the Right Reverend Dr. Bishop Pastor Deacon Winston Aloysius Jenkins. The third. Signing off.
I still would like to know where the hell you found that video where at the end of it, it says, acknowledge him as it's spinning. And it raises up and it says, and be set free.
Set free.
How did your ingenious, crazy ass mind come up with that one?
Oh gosh, that one. I was just thinking, just having that feel of religion, and and tying it in with how ridiculous these brown sexuals are. It was just like, oh, this is perfect. That's great, and we could just play on it. Acknowledge LeBron and acknowledge LeBron being Yo Kang, and you'll be set free. And it was coming from that aspect.
Perfect. And I had the feeling we wouldn't see Ray Ray Center today. I had that feeling. I had that feeling. We'd be going to church this morning. Don't ask me how I had that feeling. Don't ask me where I got that feeling from. I just know it happened. But see, we and then on top of that, we'll discuss this more off the air. But you ended the sermon with, "Won't you come?" I have said this before with all the love in my heart and all the humor in my head as I laugh at this. You, sir, ain't got a lick of sense. You ain't got a lick of sense and you know it. Oh, Lord. 2 p.m. this afternoon, you'll have the Brian Snow Show for 2 hours. JJ will join me at the bottom of hour 1, which will be 2:35 Eastern time, and who knows, he may hang out the remainder of the show, or we may have some random musings. Matter of fact, I'll do it this way.
Oh,
so
Lord.
my EP can send me the slate. JJ at 2:35, and then Random Musings at 3:35.
Okay. So bottom of both hours. Okay.
Yeah, bottom of both hours is how I'm gonna schedule everything from here on out. And thank you to Williams Hugo 28 for joining us, the big dog Shane Lake, all of
Yes.
y'all in the Fanatics feedback zone.
Oh
Thank you
yeah,
to
before
Us- Go ahead.
before you do go,
Mhm.
Shane got a chance to be with us Friday. You were absolutely correct. That was one of the greatest thrills that I've had since I've been on this show, and and if that 1 hour that I had him on was any indication, I'm going to enjoy when Shane gets on the screen, because it's going to be awesome.
Oh, Shane's gonna join me tomorrow. And you see the wicked smile on my face.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we're gonna
It's gonna be nice.
We're gonna be doing a lot of catch. Shane will join me at the top of the hour, top of the first hour tomorrow. Does it look at cool McCain?
The city fief.
You know I'm gonna have to play this for Dr. K, right?
Oh, I'm sure you do.
And the reaction's gonna be the same. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. The reaction is gonna be the same, like it always is.
We might have another guest.
Oh, bring it on.
We might have another guest tomorrow. Okay, cool.
Bring it on. Bring it on. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's get on out of here. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you,
then they're simply not big enough. And if you're dealing with Snowman on a Wednesday or any other time,
I am saying this purposely. Whatever do you mean, kind sir?
Why the you lying?
We're out of here. See you tomorrow. God bless y'all.
peace.